Nice.
Yeah.
What do you mean past?
Past life
Okay.
and future life.
Okay.
But not necessarily, when I say future, it's not necessarily a different life.
Okay.
It can be going into
What's
this
that
life.
about?
Going into, well, it's exactly like past life regression
Okay.
because it's time traveling in that way, but it's just
Okay.
going in the other direction. And it's kind of a new thing, I think, because people don't think about it. But there are so many advantages to going into the future because we have all this information within
Right.
us. That's where we access it. It's in there that we don't usually access until we have a need to or want to. So if I work with someone for a future session, we find out, we go into the future, maybe 5 years, maybe a few less or more, and see what to expect or what changes we need to make now or
Okay.
what options we have. Or
What would be an
which direction.
example of?
An example would be if somebody, for a relationship issue, for example, if somebody wants to know, is my partner non-committal, or what will happen if I stay with this person 5 years? How will that turn out? So we can go and find out things like that. Or if we work with business people, they can find out what trends are in the future. They can find out what direction their chosen field is going in, so they can anticipate those changes.
Okay. What would be an example of those changes?
Well, say if somebody wants to, say if somebody's in fashion, for example. So
Okay.
what's going to be the trend 5 years from now? How can I get ahead of it so I can, get a jump start on it?
You know what I'm thinking, right? Like, do people come to you to see what the future of the stock market would look like? Because that you're sitting on a gold mine there.
I haven't had that yet. No.
Would you consider that?
I don't see why you couldn't find out some information that might be valuable.
It would be very valuable.
Yeah.
You should pitch your service to hedge funds.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to put it on my list.
Yeah, you'll be. So would you? Is it a little bit like fortune telling?
No, it's not at all, because it's not me who's gathering this information and telling the person. It's them accessing the information from their own inner wisdom.
Okay. What would be like a prediction come true in your experience?
Well, for example, if somebody's wondering where they'll be living in 5 years, they can go have a little session and see in their mind's eye, they can see what their house looks like, see where it is, see what kind of environment is there, even see what the furniture is like. I know it sounds crazy, but it happens. And then
in this model, do you think the future is fixed?
No.
Okay.
I think you always have options. There's always free will. There are always options, and you can always choose. You always have a choice.
Okay. Wow. That's
But
very
seeing how something may turn out if you go on a certain path or if you stay on a certain path, then you can decide now, do I want to make changes now? Do I want to stay on that path?
Wow. Have you had anybody who had made a drastic change based on a session of a future life?
Mm-hmm. I've been doing it for 2 years now, so I haven't
Okay.
seen far into the future. But yeah, people do, and they do make changes and get clarity, get confidence, and go in a different direction and feel good about it. But also, it just learning any information that you find out about yourself, it just gives you this boost of inspiration and energy and confidence.
What would be like a weird vision in the future?
A weird vision?
Or like
Well,
unusual? By that I mean aliens. And,
Well, yeah, I mean, do you remember the
Lizard Man.
Jetsons? Did you ever see the Jetsons?
No.
That was an old cartoon in, I think, the 60s.
I have to do past life to see
Yeah.
it.
Well, no, that's the Flintstones.
Okay.
So
Not the first time you told a joke.
So a lot of us who are into this, have just experimented, gone into the future and just see what we see. And like 100 years into the future, not even that long, maybe 50 or 30. And a lot of us have seen, people I've worked with have seen those little flying cars, like you saw in the Jetsons. You didn't see, but the rest of us did.
Okay. Because I haven't had a session with you yet. Yeah.
I'm spoiling.
But what if, like 5 years, or maybe like 2 years ago, AI wasn't a thing, right? Mm-hmm. Would people talk about AI from 2 years ago?
Probably, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, you see things unfolding that seem silly at the time.
Okay. Yeah, I think your services will be very valuable to a lot of...
Yeah, you can learn so much about what to expect and where you should go, what you should do, what people you should have around you.
Right. Yeah.
For example? Yeah, so what about you? Is there anything I can help you with?